Stand by for a start, and they're racing in the Caulfield Cup. Master of Wine away only fairly. Incentivise from the outside gate was neutral away with Delphi. Persan away quickly with Duis, Montefilia, Homesman. Now here are the two from out wide. Delphi's up there early with also Incentivise, who's 5 and 6 deep, and at the moment they're 4th and 5th at the post. Persan led from Duis, Homesman. Persan is now going to just lead around that first corner. Delphi's 4 deep and 4th. Incentivise out even deeper and is rolling forward. Homesman between horses. Great House the fence, then Nonconformist. Further back along the inside, She's Ideal, Young Verta. Montefilia's trapped deep. Then the Chosen One as Delphi has gone to the front in the Caulfield Cup. 1600 from home. Delphi is the leader from Persan. Incentivise gets across. Third one off the fence outside of Duis and Homesman. Nonconformist 6-3 wide. Then Great House, Young Verta, Montefilia from She's Ideal. Next the Chosen One, who's 2/3 down the field. Ocean Billy around it. Then Explosive Jack and Charm Star. Further back Chapada, Master of Wine, Port Guillaume and Celino is at the tail of the field. On top of the hill, 1200 metres to go. They're halfway home. It's Delphi, the leader at a moderate tempo by a length and a quarter. Second is Persan, a length and a half. Incentivise, followed by Duis. Then Homesman, Nonconformist, 3 deep the trip. Next in the field, Great House, and then Montefilia, Young Verta, a length and a quarter. She's Ideal, Ocean Billy. Then the Chosen One, well back Chapada, Explosive Jack and Charm Star from Port Guillaume. Master of Wine and Celino is at the end. Incentivise hooks out 3 wide and is about to push the button. 800 metres to go. It's Delphi, Persan, Incentivise in clear air, only a neck off the lead. A length and a half away then Duis, who's niggled at. Homesman got to 4th from Nonconformist. Montefilia is rousted along, followed by Great House and Young Verta. Persan up towards the corner at the 400. Incentivise is moving up now. Then Delphi a length and a half away, battling on from Montefilia, Nonconformist. Great House has cut the corner, followed by Duis, Homesman. Incentivise goes for home, 250 out. Incentivise races clear. 2 lengths in front of Persan. Great House, Nonconformist, Montefilia, followed by Chapada. But Incentivise is coming away. 4 lengths in front, and Incentivise, what a star, won the Caulfield Cup from Nonconformist. Dead heat third, Persan or Montefilia. Then Great House and Chapada. Next, She's Ideal, Ocean Billy. Further back in the field was Master of Wine, Port Guillaume, Homesman, the Chosen One, Celino, Delphi, Duis, Explosive Jack, and Charm Star was last.
It's a racing story born at either end of the Warrego Highway. The horse bred and still part owned in Toowoomba, with the polish put on him by the trainer who started his journey in Charleville and made his name here at Caulfield. The third aspect of this remarkable racing tale is the return to the top for the jockey from Ballarat in Victoria's West. Steve Tregay, Peter Moody, Brett Preble. They've combined to win the Caulfield Cup with Incentivise. On this day 12 months ago, Incentivise had only one start for a 9th in a maiden at Ipswich. Peter Moody did not have a runner on Caulfield Cup Day, and Brett Preble did not have a ride. What a difference a year makes. Brent Zarafa, Michael Walker, Ben Ascari, we've just witnessed one of the most dominant, iconic wins in this great race.
I think we've seen a new chapter in what might be a pretty special Australian racing story here with Incentivise. The rise from this horse, Nigel, you touched on it, getting flogged in Toowoomba Maidens, and here he is with one of potentially the great Caulfield Cup victories. What a win. It was completely dominant. Brett Preble, masterful as he has been right throughout the spring. Nonconformist has done a terrific job. He was in a different race to the winner, but Graham Beggs just timed him to perfection. He's just bumped into one too good. Persan for Linda Meach, 3rd in a Caulfield Cup. Montefilia tries her heart out, but Brent Zarafa, this horse, he is something special.
And what about this jockey? He's been the man of the spring, Brett Preble. He's been picking up Group 1s week after week after week, and he lands one of the big 4 in Australian racing here, the Caulfield Cup, on a horse who he picked up at the start of the spring. It wasn't even his ride. It fell in his lap through sort of circumstances that you couldn't have planned for, and he's been there. He's had faith in the horse. He's had supreme confidence in it. He come up from the widest gate, and even on Wednesday after the draw, he said, it doesn't matter. Michael Walker, from what we've seen there, great scenes here, not only just the horse's performance, but also the ride from Brett Preble.
Definitely, it was an outstanding ride. He just followed the speed.
Let's hear from the winning trainer.
And Peter Moody is the winning trainer. Pete, congratulations. One of our iconic trainers wins the race that you've wanted to win as being a Caulfield trainer. You've won the Caulfield Cup. Describe it to us, mate.
Oh, listen, it's unbelievable, Richo. You know, Caulfield was my home for probably 16 or 17 years and trained a couple of thousand winners here, but never this one. So it was very important to win it. Very grateful for the opportunity, thanks to Brace Sokolsky and Aussie Kerr that laid the seed and purchased the horse and recommended that he come to my yard. And a big thanks to Steve Tregay and his team and his family, the owner, former trainer and breeder of this horse. You know, big shout out to everyone up there at Toowoomba and the Darling Downs. This one's for you.
And didn't he do it tough from that wide gate? What a run.
Yeah, well, we weren't going to rush it. Brett took his time and, you know, he found a lovely spot and he knew where he wanted to be down the side. He said he wanted to be 6 or 7 off and build into the race. He said, I don't care how the first 1200 goes. I just want to be allowed to build into it from sort of halfway mark onwards. And, you know, he gives you a little heart flutter. He hits that bit of a flat spot, sort of coming down the side. But, you know, he just kept building and super effort.
You gave us a little heart flutter when we didn't think you were on course today. I know you're always deflecting towards your team. Did you think about not being here today?
No, not at all. I was at home with my beautiful girls. We're having a yarn on the Skypes or whatever, the TVs, you know, how you talk to one another, and Sarah, and a big shout out to them too, Sarah and the girls. Thanks for your support, girls. It's been tremendous. My biggest supporters since we've been back, so pretty special.
Yeah, for 5 years you sat out. When you said to Sarah and the girls, hey, you know what, I'm going to go back. I'm going to give away this media game, and we've loved working with you in the media, but
yeah.
What was their reaction when you said, I want to go back?
They've been unbelievably supportive. You know, it means as much to them as me, so, no, very special.
And tell us about your big team at home, mate, because I know it's a team effort.
No, it is. Catherine Coleman here with the horse. She rides him, does all the work. She's my 2IC, and she'll be a training partner one day, along with Jeff O'Connor, my racing manager. Will Holmes here with the horse. He loves him to death. I've got to make sure Will stays away from him so he doesn't drive him too mad. So, and a big team at home. It is a group effort. And unfortunately, we had to let 3 girls go yesterday too, because they made the choice that they didn't wish to be vaccinated, which I fully support, and very sad for them that they're no longer with the stable, but I know they'd be cheering louder than anyone at home on the couches. So thinking of you two girls. So big effort to all the team at home. Thank you.
Mate, you had unbelievable highs as Brett Preble gives you a big hug.
Thank you, Pete. Mate, that was special.
That is brilliant. Hey, Pete,
and his little boy at home, Tommy, too. He's a good lad as well, and we might see him here in a decade or so doing the same thing as Dad.
Good on you. You're a champion, Pete. What highs he had with Black Caviar, and he's had an unbelievable high today, and Brett Preble joins us. And I reckon your son at home was giving you a big cheer there. Describe that to us.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. You know, awkward draw, and you think, oh, you know, there's 17 other jockeys and they've all got their own opinion how the race is going to run. So I was mindful of the fact that they weren't going to just give him a soft lead, you know. And the way the race has run today, there was a fair bit of wind out there, it was a little bit windy, so I thought I'm definitely going to get cover. And just, even if it's along the side there, for the first 1200, I just want him to just enjoy his race, get into it. Because he doesn't over-race, he doesn't waste his energy like some of the others do, you know. And Damien's was a bit aggressive, and then at 1,000, got at top of the hill, probably at 1,200 it is, so I thought, well, game on. And actually I was surprised, he come off the bridle a bit sooner than I would have liked, and I sort of showed him the whip before the home turn, and all that's telling me is, look out Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, 2 miles,
you know,
bring it on.
He's going to eat it. He's going to eat the 32. He's exciting. He's probably one of the most exciting horses I've ridden. And it's beautiful.
It's interesting. When you mentioned how he just took a little encouragement there, I would have loved to have had you all mic'd up. Were you starting to be concerned at all?
Yeah, I said to him, come on, big, you know, and I was like, he's big action on him, and I thought, oh, you're not handling this turn as good as I would have liked. And sort of Linda's horse was sort of, it was hanging around a bit longer than what I thought. I would have liked to have dropped it a bit sooner, you know, and I didn't. And then once he's straightened, he just gets into another gear, and he doesn't feel like he sprints, but he just builds off that high cruising speed, and he's unassuming. And then I don't know what he's won by, but I know one thing: I didn't see a horse's head behind him, and he wasn't style. I couldn't pull him up. I had to pull him up into the fence nearly. Pete's got him in ripping form. Obviously, he's a serious stayer, and I'm just, sorry, Glenn Boss. He's ups and downs of racing. He missed out, but I got it today.
Yeah, you won by 3.5, mate. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you appreciate it a little more late in your career? Compare it to a
Yeah, I
Melbourne
do.
Cup and a Golden Slipper?
This is a bit more sentimental. Obviously, I've got Pete. He's educating my son to be a jockey, and I got my daughter at home. She'll be proud as punch, and it's pretty good.
Everyone's really pleased for both of you. Well
Thanks
done.
very much.